Alright, I just started the stream.
Okay.
Okay. Alright. Cool. Is it working okay?
I can't check. I didn't get the notification.
It is on my screen, it looks like.
Alright. Can you hear?
I can hear you, yeah.
No, but like, can the stream hear me?
I don't know. I can't really tell that. Alright. Okay. So, today we're going to be talking about hypixel skyblock money making methods.
Stay safe out there, everyone.
And so yeah. Karate, take it away.
Radio freedom.
What are
Alright.
your top money making methods for now?
Alright. So as of right now, there's not too many, but we've made a list of we made a list of around 10 or so that we think will be really helpful. So the first one, which is probably the most early game, is going to be NPC flipping,
Okay.
where you just buy stuff from an NPC and sell it to the bazaar for a higher price. Super simple, makes some coins, not the most, but some. And you can do it. You can only do it once a day, so that kind of stinks.
But yeah, you can make a decent amount of money from it. I got us full unstable dragon armor with pretty much just that strategy. So it works for sure. It does something.
Going up.
May not be the fastest or most efficient or anything, but then again, at that point, you have to spend so much money that it doesn't really matter. So, yeah. I mean, it's a good little strategy for some a bit of money, and you can do it real fast, and pretty much just do it like every day and make a bunch of money.
That's not too much. It's like 50k per day.
Yeah, but even that, considering some like unstable dragon armor you can get for super cheap, so it's not too bad, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one method, and yeah. So there's bazaar flipping and AH flipping, and there's AH flipping, bazaar flipping, and auction flipping. And I'll have Karate explain how they're all different.
Alright, so first, NPC flipping, like I was saying, is from just the NPCs to bazaar. Super simple.
This is radio freedom.
The most basic and probably the easiest, one of the easiest to do.
Stay safe.
Then
Yeah.
bazaar flipping comes only from the bazaar. You buy stuff at the bazaar and then sell it back to the bazaar for a higher price.
Okay.
And
Seems like a pretty good thing.
it takes a while to build to make some coins from it, but still, if there's something that's really good, you could probably make hundreds from each one.
And with
Let me try
bazaar flipping, you don't need to wait. You can just do it like constantly.
Yes, but you do have to wait for your buy and sell orders to fill.
Yeah, but there's no limit on it like there is
No.
for NPC flipping.
Yeah. Then AH flipping, which is one of the riskiest and hardest money-making things to do, is
But even then, it's not too hard. Even then.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, it's still not as difficult as some of the other ones. Really, no money-making method is difficult, but some of them are more technical than others, and some of them you need to buy a bunch of stuff and basically know things to do it.
Yeah, so for AH flipping, you have to know the prices of every item, and if you see an item going for
Basically, you
like
gotta
under
know
market value, then you
what
can
things
go
are
ahead
good.
and buy it for less and then sell it for more. Super simple, but not that simple when you're actually doing it.
Yeah, it sounds simple, but in practice, it's a bit iffy.
Mhm.
But still, none of these methods that we're giving you today, none of them are particularly difficult, but some are, like we said, more technical than others.
Mhm.
So none are particularly hard, but some are just a bit more difficult.
Yeah. And one of those more difficult ones is probably one of the most common ones, which is zealot farming.
And even
This is
then,
Radio
like we
Freedom,
said,
the
that
voice
just you
of
need
the
to get
Minutemen.
enough
It's
stuff
1
to
a.m.
be able
All's
to
quiet
one-hit
across the
zealots,
Commonwealth.
and
Stay safe out
that's
there.
why it's more of a difficult thing.
Yeah, but then there's some people who are just going to be super annoying and have frozen scythes or explosive bows and steal every single zealot in your lobby. So,
Yeah, so those people are kind of jerks, but you know what are you gonna do?
yep. And then let's say the next one. Let's see, Panda. What's the
Going
next one?
in.
What about the Griffin Feather strats?
All right, so it's Griffin Burrows.
Griffin
Super
burrows,
simple.
Griffin feathers, either one.
Yeah, it's super simple. You just have to buy Astral Spade and a Griffin Pet. And then what you want to do is just go around and find everything, like all the Griffin Feathers and Ancient Claws.
Yeah, because all
And
that stuff it sells for quite a bit, doesn't it?
yes, indeed.
You're tuned to Radio
So
Freedom.
it's a good strategy, especially since you can get all the stuff for like 30,000 coins.
Mhm.
Going up.
So it's a pretty decent money making strat, if I do
Yep.
say so myself.
Mhm. And then you want to be careful though, because if you upgrade your Griffin, you're more likely to get more dangerous mobs that are harder to kill, but drop better loot.
So basically, you kind of want to keep it at a basic level until you can actually kill the mobs that are going to give you all the stuff. So it's kind of it's another one of those things that's a bit iffy.
2 a.m. here
Mhm.
at Radio Freedom.
And it's harder. It's kind of annoying to do
Nothing to report
because
at the
let's
moment.
say you find like a Griffin burrow, and then the next one could be across the whole entire map.
Yeah. But luckily, isn't the shovel's ability where it shows you where to go?
Yeah, it points you in the direction.
Yeah. So, in that regard, it's a bit easier, but it's still a time-consuming, kind of grindy thing.
Mhm.
So, it's never really gonna be there's never really a method that's super easy, but that also gives a decent amount.
But there is one that is pretty easy that does give a decent amount, and
Okay.
that is minions.
Yeah, but then again, you still have to figure out which minions are the best, and you kind of
Or
need, and it's kind of one of those situations that, like, you need to spend money to make money.
yeah.
You know, get all the attachments and whatever.
I only wish I'd been able to find some way to cure my father before it came to this. I still believe that with a little more time,
Radio Freedom.
I might have found some way to remove the artifact.
But it doesn't
So
matter.
another method is slayers for money.
Oh.
But
Yeah, Slayers.
that kind of has the same problem as the zealots, wherein you need to get good enough stuff to do slayers.
Yeah, and you have to spend coins to make the coins again.
Yeah. So there's never really the perfect money making method. but zealot farming is one of the ones that gives you quite a bit of stuff, quite a bit of coins. So it gives you some good profit, but it may not be the most effective or the most time effective at least.
And for Slayers, what you want to do, we mentioned this in last episode. You want to start off. You want to try and get to tier 3's Svens as soon as level 3 Sven as soon as possible, and then
Why is
you
that?
Because that's when you can get radiant orbs and the Matic Spat Phone.
Okay, so that is.
Those are
so
two super
Sven is a
helpful
pretty good
things.
one then.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so that's good to know for all of our 0 concurrent viewers.
Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
It's still, if anyone were to watch these live streams, it would be a very helpful strategy for them.
I wouldn't want either of us to encounter what may have caused.
Yes, it would. And so, what you're gonna, all of the strategies are really good, or most of them are really good.
But some are a bit harder or need a bit more than others.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's never the perfect strat.
No.
But then again, none of the options that we're saying today are bad at all.
No.
But none of these are, because there's some other really late game money making methods, but this is supposed to be easier money making methods. And some of those will give you a lot more coins,
Stay safe out there.
but they're a lot harder and a lot harder to get to. Because you need because then you need to buy all this stuff, and so you have to buy all this stuff, and then you basically have to get to late game, and then you have to. But by that point, you pretty much know all the stuff you need to know for the strategy. But it's just really grindy, and so we didn't put them in this stream.
No.
However, the ones that we're saying today are pretty good. I think so. Some of them you can do early game, and some you can do kind of medium, like in the middle of your playthrough.
Across the Commonwealth.
But we didn't really want to put in any super late game methods, just because it doesn't seem necessary. So let's see, what other ones do we have here? Here, what about manual farms? We have like pumpkin farms and sugarcane farms and all that. They used to be some of the best, I think.
Yeah, they used to be pretty good. One of the more major ways to make coins, but is now not as profitable.
Now they don't see as widespread use.
Yeah, and if you want to go for coins, you probably want to go sugarcane. But if you want to get your XP up the most instead of
XP,
coins,
then pumpkin farms. Pumpkin farms are very good.
And if you decide to make a sugarcane farm, your goal is probably to try and get a 3-layer sugarcane farm, because then you can farm infinitely.
Yeah, and then by the time you get to the top, it'll have grown back.
Yep.
So you can just go through and through and through. So that's another one of the really good money-making methods that aren't used quite as much anymore, but they're still a good method. They're still a very good method of money making.
Yep.
Oh look, my cat came to say hello to the viewers. Wait a second, 2 viewers?
Radio Freedom. It's 10 a.m.
Hold up.
All quiet.
My thing's glitching out because it said I had 2 viewers a second ago.
Alright, but back to what we were doing.
My cat's trying to attack the stream. The cat does not like the stream. She wants to attack it.
Back to the stream, though.
Yeah, back to the stream.
Another money-making strategy that we just found out about is called I'm gonna call it cookies to coins. It's where you take your cookie use it, and instead of just selling it instantly, then you can go ahead and buy bit. You can use your bits that you get from your cookies to sell certain items on the AH for more, and then you can profit from it and buy more cookies from the bazaar.
Wait, so I'm confused. So you take the cookie,
Yes.
and did you say you
Eat
eat
it.
the cookie, and then
Mhm.
you get better sell prices somehow?
No. So what's happening is you earn bits,
Okay.
and using those bits, you can buy special items.
Sweet.
If you
Okay.
take those special items and sell them on the auction house, you can make
You're tuned to
coins.
Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen.
Does that make
Nothing new to
sense?
report. Keep
Yeah,
it tuned
okay.
here for Minutemen
I think
alerts.
it might make sense to the viewers as well.
So it's pretty simple, but not that simple. You're gonna have to be online for like a few hours at a time to
Okay.
earn as many bits as you can.
Nice.
Okay.
So, and if you can AFK a lot,
Even
then
better.
yeah, this strat is good for you. And you don't have to wait for your cookies to run out, because you can only earn like a certain amount of bits per cookie. So once you've earned all the bits you can just eat your next cookie.
Interesting, interesting thing here.
Mhm.
But it is an effective money-making method, I'm supposing.
Yes, because you're able to buy another cookie with what you make, and you get some profit.
Okay. So that's another one of the good money-making methods. What about events?
Okay,
Can't
so event.
events make you money?
Yes, the Jerry event and Spooky Festival. The Jerry event just recently happened as of recording this video.
Stay safe, people.
The stream, at least.
Yeah. So you just want to take your presents or candy or whatever the event is and save it, and then you can, if you wanted to, I'm pretty sure this would also work. If you buy whatever whatever the event rewards are after it happens, like right after, because that's when the prices are going to be the lowest, and then right before the event happens, you're going to want to sell everything.
Why not in the middle of the event when everyone's getting stuff?
Because, well, the thing with that is the prices will already have gone down a bit.
Okay.
Because, well, people will also be probably trying to do that. They'll probably try and sell their candy before the prices just drop.
So you kind of want to get there first.
Well, no, so you want to like save your candy or presents, and then sell it right before the event happens. And if you want to,
That's when prices are the highest, right?
yes.
Okay.
And then sell it right or then buy some right after it ends, because that's when prices
So
are
buy
lowest.
when prices are lowest and sell when they're the highest.
Yeah, that's like a
Seems
theme for
simple
Skyblock.
enough, yeah.
That's like a theme for Skyblock.
So buying and selling is kind of a theme then, right?
Yes, it is.
It's a money-making theme, if you will. So, yeah, none of these methods are the best possible option or anything, but they're all good enough methods to make you a lot of money. They're all methods that we use. So
that a lot of people use. Yes, a lot of people use these methods.
Nitera Aslan, Brotherhood of Steel, Recon Team 429 Alpha, serial number 343.
So, yeah, they're all of these are very good, very valid money-making methods for Skyblock, but
Yep.
none of them are the best because there isn't really a best money making method.
No.
There's only really a money making method, or there's only really it all kind of depends on what you are trying to do, like how your play style and everything like that.
Like if you don't play a lot, then certain things might be better for you, like minions maybe.
Yeah, minions are better for if you don't play a whole lot or anything like
Because
that.
if you have a super
'Cause
compactor,
it's a lot less labor intensive. And in fact, you can make minions entirely labor exclusive or non-exclusive by basically putting in like budget hoppers and like super compactors and budget hoppers and stuff. But I suppose if you don't have to have super compactors with budget hoppers, but it's pretty useful. So yeah, those are all good strategies and all that stuff.
This is Radio Freedom.
But
Broadcasting
there's
all
no
day
the
across
thing
country.
is that
Nothing new to
in
report.
Skyblock it feels like the admins since a lot of people in Skyblock, a lot of the players, because a lot of the YouTubers are late game. So, and that's how they get most of their publicity, right? So, since that's how they get their publicity, and that's how the game basically gets advertised. Since all the YouTubers need more late game content, they end up putting in a lot more late game content than early game content. So there's a lot less effective early game money making methods than there are for late game, which makes it kind of hard to start off. But once you do start off, it kind of gets easier after that. So it gets easier after that, but it's never super easy. So it's never super easy, but it's never too hard either.
yeah.
But that's the thing about Skyblock. It's never really very easy.
No.
After that,
That's
you'll
like
never see me
the
again.
most annoying part about Skyblock. It's super grindy. So,
Please, help! They're going to kill
ooh,
me.
and a really like probably one of the
What's
best
going on
money making
here?
strategies is to become a splasher.
We've been traveling with it for weeks.
Yeah.
But then today
Alchemy
he finally
50.
let slip that he's an Institute errand boy. The whole fucking time.
It's
Because I thought you were my
definitely
friends.
the best
I'd
way
never be friends with
to
a
do it.
damn sin.
You already were friends with the synth. Now please, just let me go.
And
You
just
think I'm stupid?
probably one
You're
of
just
the
gonna run
actually,
amok and
you know
get
how you were
Institute
saying there wasn't a
to
best?
come put us
This one
down.
might
That ain't happening.
compete for that title because
Well, there's
Institute,
never.
I ran
Well,
away.
it's not that there's never. There's always a best, but there's never a perfect money making.
oh yeah, this one's probably the best or one of probably the closest one to the best
You need to let
because
think about
so
it.
when you brew it,
If he meant to
you
hurt
get
you, wouldn't
basically
he have done
3
it already?
splashes.
Maybe he's just buying
If you
time.
charge 100k for it,
If he
you
was
get
with the
three
Institute, don't you think killing
three
him would
1 hour
just make them madder?
splashes, and
Safer
each
that
time you
way.
do it, you also get those
Jesus.
pots so that you can like go ahead and do some farming as well.
Yeah.
I'm putting one right between your eyes.
So it's really good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Just
So not only did you benefit, actually you benefit as well, but also like you're the main benefiter, but also the people you splash benefit. So it also helps out everybody else.
And since basically splashing is kind of the act of taking something that's really cheap
Radio Freedom,
but
voice of the
is
Minutemen.
like kind of effort,
Nothing to
like that
report.
needs more effort, and then turning that effort into coins.
Please
Because
explain.
getting potions is easy. It's not a hard thing. You
Yeah,
can
no.
probably get like a full splash potion set for like maybe 700k or something, right?
If you were to buy it, it's at least prices are around 1 mil. If if you were to buy it from somebody.
Yeah. And then since the typical prices are 100K per person in a splash, if you get 200 if you get
20 people.
20
you
people,
profit a mil.
then you profit a mil, and that's usually kind of the
The
typical like the average amount of people that are there, of people
This
that
is Radio
go and
Freedom,
splash it.
broadcasting all day, all across.
Yep.
Sometimes, most times, people won't even start the splash if there's
Nothing to
less
report.
than 20
Keep it
people.
tuned here for updates.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's a pretty good strat for sure.
Mhm. Yeah. And then any left, Panda?
Not on the list, but we can keep going still.
All right. Dungeons.
Dungeons
So-
is good if you know what you're doing.
Yeah,
And
but Dungeons
Dungeons
one
is
of the
another
more
one of those
expensive
if
ones.
yeah it's Dungeons is another one of those kind of iffy ones where you basically you have to know what you're doing, and you have to have good enough stuff to do what you know you're doing.
Mhm.
If that makes any sense. It's another one of the hard ones to do, but to
But
be
it's
honest,
also
like we
it's more
said, none of these are
expensive, but one of
particularly hard.
yeah, it's more expensive because you have to buy the stuff. But it's also not
Honestly, if you get all the
hard.
fairy souls and like unstable
Dragon.
armor and
And
stuff
like
like
almost
that,
any dragon armor will basically get you
and
through.
even like a raider's axe or something, then you can just farm dungeons floor 1 or something.
Mhm.
Try to get bonzo staffs or whatever. So none of these are hard, but none of them are easy.
It's 1 p.m.
Yeah.
This is Radio Freedom.
They're all
voice of the
somewhat
Minutemen.
labor intensive
Nothing
and
to report.
somewhat
Stay
have
safe out
something
there,
that you
everyone.
kind of got to do. But then again, if they were super easy, everyone would do it, and then it wouldn't be profitable anymore. So there's a fine line between being really easy and actually being able to make money. And if that fine line is breached, then you just don't make money. So it's skyblock money making is a bit of an iffy thing. It never really has been something that's extremely easy. But you know what, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. So, alright, Karate, what else are we what else were we gonna talk about this stream?
Well, do you have any ideas, Panda?
I'm not sure. I mean, well, there's nobody watching at all, so I really don't know what to do here. What do you think?
Good afternoon. You're tuned to Radio
yeah, we
Freedom,
can end it here.
broadcasting across the Commonwealth.
This is
All
the
quiet
shortest
across the
stream so
Commonwealth.
far,
Stay safe out
at
there.
around 30 minutes.
You're tuned to Radio
So,
Freedom.
Yeah, bye guys. Hope
All
you
quiet,
learned something
which is
this
how we like it.
stream.
Stay safe out there, people.
All the 0 people that were watching.